temporary stop on the way to Kyrgyzstan. We're actually in Istanbul.
Not exactly an uncharted place yet.
No, but you know what? It's uncharted in terms of its place in history. Uncharted doesn't mean you have to be in some remote place standing on a mountaintop that no one's ever seen before. Uncharted can be back in time, it can be inside, it can be in your back 40. Uncharted is just where you've never been before. This monument is 3,500 years old. Have you seen anything like that in Texas? Place is the Hagia Sophia, which means holy wisdom. This was a Christian cathedral built by the Emperor Justinian in the 6th century, 532. He built it, and it was actually a Christian cathedral right up until the 1400s when the Ottomans took over, and they turned it into a mosque to Islam, and it's the only place that you'll see the Christian icons and the symbols of Islam together. You can actually feel the spirituality, the 1,500 years of spiritual devotion. You can feel it. Your body tingles. Everybody in here stands with reverence. A place like this, it gives you hope. Landed in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. We're gonna have to clear immigration and customs, hopefully get our firearms through, and then hopefully there's a Russian Jeep or better to meet us. We drive for 12 hours into the Tian Shan mountains.
So what are you guys doing? What are you playing? That's cool. I wish I was eating dinner with y'all. I'm about to eat breakfast, and I have no idea what it's going to entail. But I doubt it has anything to do with breakfast, tacos, or enchiladas.
Daddy, you want to say it?
If you can hear me, okay. Oh, Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this meal that they're about to eat. Thank you for all things. Please watch over them, keep them safe while I'm gone. Please be with Avery when she goes to bed tonight. Be with Aiden. And be with Mommy. Lord, thank you for all things. In Jesus' sweet name we pray, amen.
Amen.
So I'm about to go on a long, long trip. You know, I got a 12-hour drive today to a big mountain.
I see you, Brad. Get high.
And so now we're going on a 12-hour drive, and then we're going to get this Ram, and we're going to hurry home, okay?
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, honey.
I can see your hair. Hi, Daddy.
All right. So now it's time to do this. After 3 days into our trip, we finally get to start our trip. And we're going up to some pretty amazing mountains. I think it's going to be an awesome day. Long day, but an awesome one.
We're supposed to meet Oleg, our Kyrgyz contact, somewhere in this market. But I don't know that we're supposed to meet him, or I suspect more like he'll be watching us, and when he decides, he's gonna step out and say hello. There's like 1 billion Kyrgyz around here. Kyrgyzstan borders on China, and you can absolutely see the cultural influences. Kyrgyzstan was a Russian republic until Glasnost, so the KGB is all over the place, only they changed to the Ministry of Scrutiny. You're Oleg?
Yep.
I'm Jim.
I'm Corey. Corey, great meeting you.
You weren't the easiest guy to find in here. There's like 10 billion people in here.
Well, I'm a little bit taller than the others. I haven't expected that you'll be taller than me.
So we're still a couple days away from before we're even hunting. Well, third day from now.
If you want a real trophy, it needs to be far away from civilization.
We're already far away from civilization right here.
That depends how to count it.
Yeah, I guess so.
We pretty much need to prepare ourselves for a pretty long adventure.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's pretty steppy mountains, high elevation. It could be snowing, really hard wind, and even snowing, it's too dry, really dry area. You have to climb a lot, and the mountains are not easy. It's just stones, dust, wind, and pretty slippery.
This is going to be a tough hunt, Corey. I'm excited. I was worried it was going to be easy.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like a golf outing. As soon as I got here, I felt that atmosphere of country club.
Tian Shan,
Our God.
here we come.
Yeah.
Just made our turn out of Lake Issyk, and we're getting into the mountains now. And as big as these mountains look right here, the mountains we're actually going to get in to go hunting, they're going to be bigger for sure. It's amazing, crazy looking thing. I hope it gets it through the camera as well as I'm seeing it, because there's no mountains in the world that look like these. This Tian Shan mountain range is unfreaking believable. I don't know if you can get anywhere and feel any smaller.
We're at a military checkpoint right now.
We got to get our passports too. They want them now. If all that goes well, we get to change vehicles. This thing looks like it's going to get us anywhere in the whole world. It's like the closest thing to a tank I think I've ever been in.
I suspect you could probably jump up and down, and there is no suspension on this thing. It's a monstrous beast made for traveling these mountain roads that apparently from here on in get a lot rougher. Mountains get steeper, gorges get deeper, and we're getting closer by the mile. 7 hours into the trip now. We're calculating 5 more. We've gone over 2 passes. The highest was at 12,000 feet. We've almost eaten all of our junk food, and every one of us is ready to get to the camp.
Speak for yourself, Jim. I want more of this.
Yeah, I was worried that the suspension would be too soft in this and we'd be sleeping the whole way.
Well, I was worried we were going to be sleeping permanently from the noxious chemicals that are pouring into this thing.
You know what? It's all part of the challenge that makes the accomplishment greater.
Yeah, you're right, but it would be nice if this thing had shocks that were made in this century and not out of depleted uranium. So we made it to our sheep and Ibex base camp. This has a much more rustic feel to it. They're heating their homes with yak dung. There's a lot of poultry and sleeping dogs around, old concertina wire. I feel like we're out here now anyway. It's a lot different spot than where we were just at, and kind of moved on and hopefully moved up.
So how old are the rams that they're seeing? Like, is there some old rams?
Сколько примерно самые старые бараны вы видели по возрасту?
Возраст 11.
About 11 years old.
11 years old.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. So,
Уже 12, они слабые, волк сожрут.
Usually 12-year-old rams already too weak and they are chasing by wolves and
you're going to get killed, and they're not going to be contributing to the rut anyway. So, oh, so that's perfect. And the rut's just starting now.
И через сколько начнется гон?
Через 10, 15 дней.
About 10 days, 2 weeks.
Do they see them from a long way away, and then we sneak up on them?
То есть можно будет наблюдать, а потом к ним подойти?
Снизу можно.
From down, yes.
Sneak from down.
Какое место лежит? Может сверху, может снизу.
That depends on the situation. Sometimes it's possible to come from the up, or sometimes from above.
Okay. And how close can we get?
Насколько близко вы обычно подводите охотников?
200. Мы уже на 200 уже уверены.
So usually they take hunters for about
Самые
200
близкие.
meters.
Бывает там
Well,
160.
sometimes, of course, it's happened 160 meters, but they can't promise you.
Very
So
tough, yeah.
200, 250, that's...
Если камера не было, я его повел 1,50 м запросто.
Without camera, he can guarantee you to bring 150 meters.
Oh, is that right?
But our cameramen aren't going to get in the way. They're invisible. We have the best.
Ну, наши операторы самые лучшие. Они невидимки.
Yeah, just worry about yourself.
Главное о себе позаботиться.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll have some fun. We made the call to take the Russian truck to a village and from here hunt, and it looks like it's the right choice so far. These guys, you can tell when you're talking to them right off the bat, there's no evasive answers, there's no avoiding telling us the truth. These guys, they're hunters, they know their stuff. For them, it's not uncharted. You know, they live right here. This is their backyard, but for us, this is way uncharted. They're setting up the target at 330 yards, roughly, 300 meters, and we're going to try a couple shots. There's a bit of a wind. For me, I prefer to shoot at 100 yards and make sure it's a good group that I know the sights are off. At this distance, it's just tough, but unless you have a really good bench rest.
So this gun here is really pretty basic. It's a TC Venture, it's 300 Win Mag, just your basic hunting gun. But it shoots a good enough group that you can take it and hunt wherever you want.
I'm shooting a 300 Weatherby because I'm a big fan of bigger is better, especially when you're shooting great distances. I want a flat, fast shooting gun with a long barrel, light trigger pull.
I've got a really good mount on a Leopold scope. This one's a 4.5 to 14.
4.5 to 14 power. I prefer higher power for long shots. You know, 3 to 9 is fine, but when you're shooting a great distance at some of these animals, I've also got this one all set up with the turrets. I've got the focus, and I've got my dope taped on the side, so I know at 325 yards, I'm going to have it, 3.25 clicks.
And it's got turret system on it to where I crank to wherever I want. So if it's 300, I crank to 3. But right now we're going to shoot it in. It's going to be 330. I'm going to crank to 330. Takes the guesswork out of it if it works. You got to make sure that it works every altitude you go different to. Make minor adjustments or have different turrets.
Most important feature on a gun for accuracy, all other things considered, is trigger pull. Light, perfect, honest, crisp trigger pull is really important.
But the main thing is you're confident with it, and you can't be confident with it if you're not shooting it. So I say shoot more, shoot often, and especially when you're hunting. You got extra time, you can go out and shoot, you got plenty of ammo. Make sure you shoot the thing, because if you know it and you feel it, you're gonna make the shot. If you got questions, you're not gonna do it.
The sky's lighting up behind us. This feels right. You can sense the anticipation. Every single one of these guys is looking forward to this. They're not doing this because it's a job. They're doing it because they love being out here in the wildlands. They love the anticipation, the hope for the day. These guys are kindred spirits. This isn't a team. This is our tribe. They're separating us. Corey's going one direction, I'm going another direction. It's cold, cold, dead still today. Dawn is, I'd say, about an hour away, judging by the lightning sky. And when it does break, Corey and I should be in the middle of Tian Shan, our galley country.
This is my first horse ride of all time. I think I'm very spoiled.
Can't speak for the other guys, but I feel whole when I'm out here. There's no cell phones, no computers, no television. This feeling that I have right now of being out here with my comrades, my friends, my peers. This is what we're designed to do as humans. This is where we come closest to being able to be who we are, what we are. You can be the greatest businessman out there making $1 billion and flying around in a fancy jet, but riding this horse across the steppes in Kyrgyzstan. That's where we came from. That's who we are. Spotted some rams. Kulu is up on the hill. Just don't skyline yourself. Always stay lower than the low sky. Yeah, that's a nice ram. It's 470 yards from here. I can make that shot, but it's so far, anything goes wrong, puff of wind, it's not worth it. We'll try and get closer. Kulu is going to make a move around the mountain to see which way the wind is blowing once we get up there. One ram is really old, really big. It's perfect ram, perfect ram. That big old one is smart. They're gone over the top. That's good, eh? I'd say that's a pretty good start to the day. My heart's still beating even though the rams took off. I don't know if they saw us, smelt us, or just did their ram thing and went over the ridge. The thing is, they went over the ridge and that's where Corey is. So hopefully he's gonna bump into him on the other side. Hope he's having as good a day as we are. He sees a sheep over here that might be big. It's hard to tell. We're gonna get the scope and check it out. But we're up here where they're at. I'm worried they're gonna run from us already. It's just a kind of bad spot we got seen. Sheep hunting, you always want to look at your backside, and as soon as we came up, looked to the back, there they were. Good, huh? Yeah. Oh, turn your head. That ram is a real pretty ram. That's just a quintessential Argali flare. Probably 45 to 49 inches long. I'd guess 6 to 7, possibly a little more. I saw a ram that was heavier, deeper drop. Not as pretty, but possibly more mature, so I'm gonna be a little patient and wait. Right now we're 412 yards. We got the sun in our back, they can't see us. We got the wind in our face, basically. We're looking really, really good. Anyway, we're going. We had to spook these sheep to get a look at what we thought where the bigger sheep is at. That ram was medium to nice. We're gonna look for really nice. We got a long time now, for throughout the day, so we're gonna keep looking. So Oleg, so you're here? Why?
I'm enjoying every moment of the life. Knowledge comes with experience. So you never know what's your limit. You never know what you're enjoying. And you never know what is at the top of your life.
Every experience makes you wiser, more wisdom.
And stronger.
And stronger, yeah. When you're exploring the unknown for yourself. And the unknown for anybody can be different. For us, we have the world. So the unknown is the parts of the world that are uncharted.
You can't study stuff only through the books.
Yeah, you can't. You have to experience it.
For some people it could look like a desert.
Yeah.
But for some animals it's paradise.
Yeah. Paradise.
found two groups of rams, but both the rams are just small ones. There is no any interest for us. So keep walking that direction.
Okay. You know a professional when they'll turn down rams because the pressure would be off him if he said, yeah, shoot that one. Right? He did his job. If I miss, he still did his job. And if we get it, it's not as big, he says, sorry, he got his job done. I like Kulu. He's a student of these animals. There are some clouds forming in the distance that might portend some bad weather for us. Hopefully Corey's got his ram on the other side of this ridge.
We found a big mob of sheep strode out everywhere, just little dots. But there was 4 rams chasing one ewe and just wearing each other out. You know, their rams here like to hook each other up underneath the chin. It was really something to see. It's just too far from the camera. It's probably 2 miles from us. But now this big cloud's coming in. It's gonna block us from the sheep. The wind's going this way, so we're gonna take advantage of that, get closer, and hopefully when the cloud gets away, maybe not within shooting distance, but within planning distance, figure out what's going on.
Okay, we're paralleling these rams right now. They're in the rut. He's chasing a ewe. We're trying to just come to a V and get close enough for a shot. 500. Get back. Okay.
He's with, I can't see any definition. He's with the group, right? He's just up at the top of it. Okay, get your breath. Which ram is he?
It's the top ram. Second sheep of the whole bunch.
Yeah, I'm on him.
Now you turn to the right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm on him. I'm ready when you are.
I'm on him. Are you on him? Okay.
He's with, I can't see any definition. He's with the group, right? He's just up at the top of it.
Group.
Okay, get your breath.
Okay.
Which ram is he?
It's the top ram. Second sheep of the whole bunch.
Yeah, I'm on him.
Now you turn to the right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm on him. I'm ready when you are.
I'm on him. Are you on him?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, problem. I was at a big angle uphill. First time in all the years I ever scoped myself. We made a really crazy stalk. We paralleled the horses. They figured they would be less spooked to the horses than us on foot. They were right. We paralleled them. We got up here to 420. We took a shot. Look at me. Look at that. I'm so happy right now. We got it. 300 Win Mag, Thompson Venture, Leopold scope. Crank it to 420. Hey. Make sure everything's safe and clean. Everything good? Let's go check around. Man, look at this ram here. Beautiful, old. We're all safe, we're all good. Look at that right there. Old, beautiful Tian Shan Argali. We looked at a lot of rams. We could tell this was the oldest we saw. That's all we cared about. We were able to take this beautiful old guy right here. Oh! Look at the mane on this thing. Look at this beautiful, it's like a lion mane on it. This is an amazing sheep, an amazing day, a dream of my life that came true. And we got over 7-year-old ram, almost 8, which is for this country very, very good. and he was already broke off. He was the most dominant ram on this side of the hill. We watched him fight all the rams off, and a dream came true for me today, and I'm overwhelmed with joy. And these guys did a masterful job of helping me get close to this ram. Awesome guides. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. The dream of my lifetime came true today, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm over the moon.
Spotted a monster of a ram way across the valley. He's pushing the ewes around, obviously riding. He's a giant. I saw him in the spotting scope. He's so magnificent, so beautiful. I mean, every step we make has to be perfect because a ram that size is old and smart. It's really, really exciting.
Too foggy. Too foggy to see.
So our guide decided we have to leave the horses here, come down that creek, and make a little hook down the valley, so to come as close as it possible. Right now the distance is about 1,000 meters.
We've got a plan. We're going to take horses all the way back, go all the way around, and come from over top. That's the plan. He's magnificent. We do a little prayer. $280. So, 280. He's getting me all set up. Okay, he's calling me now. He's calling me. Yeah. 250, 230, 15. Brad, he's laying down. He's the one on the left, the female. Yeah. I can't shoot till he stands up. Brad, the female's up now. She's walking. She's walking there. He'll get up. Are you on him? Be ready. Wait. Okay. Ready? Brad, are you ready? Okay. Here goes. Brad, he's laying down. He's the one on the left, the female. Yeah. I can't shoot till he stands up. Brad, the female's up now. She's walking. She's walking there. He'll get up. Are you on him? Be ready. Wait. Okay. Ready? Brad, are you ready? Okay. Here goes. Hang on. Which one is he? Okay, I got him. I can't shoot the females. I can't shoot. Okay. Ready? We got him. I got him. I had to wait. I couldn't shoot. I shot the first shot was good. Oleg, you big Russian bear. That's a bear hug by a big Russian, I'm telling you. He was running
and I couldn't shoot because all the ewes were in the line, so I had to wait, and then when he got clear, then I... Hey, thank you. My guys, my heart's been pounding the entire time. I mean, that's why we hunt. That's the feeling. That's going back 1,000,000 years.
That's the man.
Exactly. That's the man
feeling.
Exactly. That's why we do it. That's why we come halfway around the world.
It's not talking about low tech or high tech. Let's talk about nature. Let's talk about blood. Let's talk about human man.
The philosopher king, he knows it. He's the philosopher czar. The relief I feel right now, it's funny, that's such a visceral human hunter reaction. It's bliss, contentment, happiness, like a muted excitement, because we're not there yet to see the animal. This piece right now, walking up to this magnificent animal, going down there to see him after coming halfway around the world, this is the hunter's moment. To reflect on the hunt, the miles we put in, the effort everybody put in, the incredible focus it took to make all this happen by many people. This expedition like this doesn't happen just because one person does a little bit of work. It takes a pack. Here he is. Oh, there he is. Look at how beautiful he is. Oh, he's gigantic. Kulu. Oh, I can't believe it. Look at, holy smokes. Look at him. Look at how giant. He's massive, old ram. He's spectacular.
Look at the tips. Look at the tips.
I know they're almost gone, eh?
And you see, it got character.
From beating.
You see?
From pounding others.
Yeah. It was a fighter.
It's overwhelming to be here right now, here with this ram in the Tian Shan mountains. And you've got Kulu, my friend. We're kindred spirits. He's a hunter, he's a guide, he's my scout. Kulu and I and Oleg, we're kindred spirits. We have a connection. We absolutely have a connection, but we've got a language barrier. That's where Oleg comes in. Without Oleg, again, it couldn't happen. It takes effort on many people's parts, just like it always did in any tribe when the hunters went out. That's what hunting's about. It's about family, it's about community. And that's what we are. We're a community around the world. Russians, Kyrgyz, and Canadians right now, North Americans and Asians, all together right here with this magnificent ram and this cathedral, the Tian Shan Mountains. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share your lands. Thank you for letting me share your hunt. That is fantastic. Really appreciate it. Oleg, you're the best. My philosopher czar.
Thanks.
Thank you, buddy. Rusky Medvig. Beautiful. That scar could be permanent, eh?
You think so, really? You know, I'm not going to win any modeling contests.
Just like me and Oleg are not going to win ballerina contest.
Look, Papa. So now we're going to step it up a notch with regards to the physicality of this hunt. We're going Ibex hunting now. We're going to the Black Mountain, and it's really big and really ominous looking. So hopefully we'll be able to conquer it and do a great job today and have a successful, safe hunt. All the dreams I ever had of Asian hunting and getting to come and experience it really revolves around a moment like what we're having right now. A couple of great friends heading into a mountain, mist covered, sun at our back, wind in our face. Right now I'm doing exactly what I want to do, and I'm exactly where I want to be, and no question with the exact person I want to do it with. To have somebody by your side that cares as much about you as you do them and loves what you do the way that you love it is pretty amazing. And now, after a decade, I really, really have figured out, like, it was meant to be for Jim and I to do this stuff together.
They're pretty mountains, eh? They remind me a lot of the Himalayas.
Yeah, well, it won't be long, we'll be back there again.
Yeah, it's true, eh? We go from here to Pakistan.
Yeehaw.
I'm really, really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a wild, wild, wild East adventure.
It'll be wild, all right. It'll be just like this, only a few more things to be nervous about.
Yeah, we'll go from desert to the high Himalayas for the Markhors and the Himalayan Ibex.
It's just a different type of adventure there, you know.
You can't stop. It's like stopping breathing. You can't do that either.
Once it's in you, it's in you.
You can hold your breath for a bit,
but you got to breathe again.
Yeah, eventually, you got to breathe again. Ibex are one of the most difficult of all the species of big game to hunt in the world. It's like mountain goat hunting. They are actually capra species, they're goats. So they live way, way up in the peaks in the nastiest, craggiest mountains. I actually prefer hunting the capra, the Ibex, over the sheep out here. But it's always with a little bit of trepidation because these mountains are so steep, so unforgiving, and we're so far away from help. You've got to know what you're doing on every single step. You don't take chances, it's not worth it. When you're hunting Ibex, you're increasing the objective dangers and increasing the degree of difficulty, the challenge, which of course increases the accomplishment.
I just spotted a herd of Ibex, quite low actually. We don't know if there's a male in the bunch or not. We're going to try and figure that out. We need the spotting scope now. Good. Let's get down, see what we got. Oh, you should see him play the yeah. Look. Is the bottom one. They're fighting. The rut's starting fairly soon. We've spotted our first Ibex today. There's a group of probably 30, 40 females and 4 males. The guys are all staring at it now. Hard to say whether we'll go up after that one or not. I think it's in a approachable position.
Well, we just found a group of Ibex, really good ones. Several are over 42 at least, maybe 45. But the problem is the wind. The wind is blowing from us to them.
Way up there, you can see that snowy steppe. There's a bald, wind-blown patch on the left, and then just a wind and stare of snow. There's a little patch right there, and that's where all those ibex are at. So Jim and them have had to go up, down, deep into this creek, up again, and make it all the way up there out of those ibex's sight to an extent. They're liable not to be too spooky from horses for a long way, so they got a little leeway, and that's the only thing they got going for them. If we were in an area where ibex have been hunted, we wouldn't even have attempted that. So they still have to get up there to them, and look at that big mountain. That ibex can climb that like nothing. It just goes straight up it, like it's not even there. It would take us 2 days to climb to the top of it, and he'd be there in 20 minutes. So they have to have a lot of things go right between here and there for it to go down.
$320? Yeah. I can't get them running. I won't go to this way. Yep. What? Stop out there. Take this way. They got our wind. The wind is horrible right at them. Otherwise we had them. Now we're still gonna try and get the horses and get over, and they might stop somewhere up on the face. Maybe we'll get another shot, or a shot. I hope.
I think these things are figuring out right now that something's up because they're starting to walk up the hill.
I see 2, not 4. No, you're looking at a different one. I see 4 only in there. The second one's the biggest. Okay. At 14 power, I'm so close to it. Big rock, he's right at the rock. How much? Yep, small rock. He's standing.
It's moving. Man, please, please come together.
How far? He's walking, he's right at the base of the rock. He's right in front of it now, Mike. Yep, yep.
Please come together, please.
You on him? Yep. Ready? Okay. At 14 power, I'm so close to it. Big rock, he's right at the rock. How much? Yep, small rock. He's standing.
It's moving. Man, please, please come together.
How far? He's walking, he's right at the base of the rock. He's right in front of it now, Mike. Yep, yep.
Please come together, please.
You on him? Yep. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we get him?
Oh, my friend.
Do we get him? Straight uphill, got the scope right in the face. Whoa. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Nothing you can do. It's straight uphill. I knew I was going to get smoked. There's nothing you can do. You just go, oh, this is going to hurt. There's 150 of them here, probably 20 billies. We had some other ones right close, but they weren't real big ones. You know what? I earned it. I earned it. And I'm proud of them. Those are the hunter's tattoos. And if you don't have one of those, it means you probably haven't shot a lot uphill in the mountains at great distances when you got a Just focus on the shot and take your lumps. We're up probably 13 to 14,000 feet. Probably 14. And there's not much oxygen. But we're going towards our magnificent animal. It's fantastic. This is hunting. Oh, he's big. Ah, look at him. He's beautiful. Holy. He's got a big white on the back. Look at the size of his feet. Look at this. They're big, eh? We're up on the top of the world here in the Tian Shan Mountains with my Kyrgyz guides. What a hunt, what a stalk. We came up through some of the ugliest, nastiest stuff I've ever gone through with a horse, let alone walking on my own 2 feet. And then just to get up to this Ibex up here, which was 470 yards, the shot. Thank you, TC, Thompson Center. Couldn't have done it without you. Loophole, 14 power. I knew I was gonna bite it. I knew I was gonna bite it. This is gonna hurt when I squeeze the trigger. And of course, nozzler bullets. Just nozzler time this Ibex right in his tracks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, thank you.
So it's been about 3 hours since Jim took the Ibex, and I'm looking up through the spotting scope and I can see that they're just now got to it, cleaned up and loading it up. And we're multiple hours from camp, and then on top of that, we're looking at a 3-hour night ride back to meet the truck to take us to the main camp. So right now, Bran and I and one of these guys are gonna head back, get everything at that little cabin we stayed at last night together so we can just tie up and move on, because it is gonna be one freezing cold night and none of us wanna be stuck out here any longer than we can. So I'm gonna have to wait to give Jim a hug till after we get all the work part done. So we got a little bit of perspiration before we can do some celebration. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Beautiful, Aaron. Yeah, we did. We got him.
Look, now we're matching.
The Magnum Smile twins.
Congratulations, bro.
We got a 3-hour horse ride now. It's gonna be dark within the next 20 minutes. And it's gonna be cold within the next 1 minute.
We've got all the horses loaded up, got everything done in as quick and timely a manner as we can, but we need a lot of cool heads, which shouldn't be a problem because it's gonna be freezing. So.
It's a Kyrgyz graveyard, actually. These Kyrgyz, they were great warriors, and many of them were hunters. You get a sense of these Kyrgyz people. I mean, look where they lay their elders to rest, their loved ones, with the Tian Shan mountains surrounding them. They become part of this emptiness. You can feel them. You can feel them. They're here right now. They're here with us right now. It's an honor to be here with them.
So now we're headed to get on the horses. We're going straight from this little village today to where they think some Ibex are. A lot of pressure now. We're down to about 2.5 days worth of hunting left. So it's coming down to the wire and we got to make it happen. And last night was so cold coming over that pass that I've put double, triple clothes on because I don't have the wool that these sheep do. And I'm looking forward to getting up in this mountain and getting this Ibex. I really want to get one really bad, but we don't have much time. Hopefully today we'll have some good luck. It'll come our way. It would be great for this to happen today. Hey, hon. Halloween was good, all that stuff was fun. Anyway, we're on our way up right now to go Ibex hunting, last animal of this hunt. So hopefully we'll be able to get it and be able to start heading home. Yeah, I wouldn't be expecting me home early. So, okay. Well, I love you. Tell the girls I love them when you get up, and I'll try to call you tonight, okay? Love you. Bye. Up in the Ibex country now. It's very steep. It's very dangerous. If I slip, I die. If I'm not paying attention, I die. There's no second chances up here. It's horrible. As a group, to make sure everybody's safe, we want to get our Ibex, but more importantly, we want to get home safe. And so we can't be thinking about each other's wives, kids, what's on TV tonight. We got to be thinking about what's right in front of us and each other and this stuff, because it is a dangerous place to be messing around. It's beautiful, but these mountains will kill you. That's the way it is. This is true Ibex country. You got grass and you got nasty rocks, snow, everything you'd want. So I'll kind of be surprised if we don't spot something up here. Well, we've spotted some smaller Ibex, young billies, nannies, kids, stuff like that below us, a long way, 1,000 yards. And I'm just kind of scanning around with the scope a little bit higher. A lot of times the biggest ones want to be at the top, so I'm starting there.
In our creek, which we were glassing for about 3 or 4 hours, they found a big bunch of ibexes. Amorbek is very excited. He insists that it's over 40-inch Ibex. We have to check. We have to be absolutely sure that it's not wasting the time.
Где вы видели вот 4 самки и 1 маленький этот?
Amorbek just told that he would suggest a plan to wait 1 more hour, glassing this bench of goats, ibexes. In this case, we will choose better position for shooting.
I think we got a great chance, Oleg. You guys have really made it come together today.
So right now we're trying to get closer, figure out how to get closer. This gun here, I'm probably good to 500. But right now we're at 600. I could go 100 yards down the hill if I had to and sneak it over, but I'd really like to get 300 or something. It's just a really difficult spot, straight down, straight up. If you can't sneak, if you sneak down the hill, you're in their sight the whole time and you're just gambling that they don't care. And I don't want to take that gamble right now. This is a tough choice because as much as I believe in this gun and the setup I got, I also am very aware of the reality. We got 2 days left and this is our chance at Ibex. We aren't gonna have another chance at Ibex. This is our Ibex right now.
And what Beck says, he can take Gory for 400 meters.
Well, then I think you should take us to 400 meters and we end this deal.
Ну что, когда это надо делать?
So right now, this is it. This is the whole shebang. Our guide has figured out how to get us within 400, and I think I'm ready. Probably already like 80 yards closer. Now we're probably getting close to around 500. So now it's about to be straight down, and this is where the difficult part's gonna happen. This is real dangerous, no crap. We're sliding down. If we start to slide, we're gonna go off a chute 500, 600 feet. So we're having to make sure we dig this part of our boot in, or we can fly down here, slide down here and die. It's that simple. Let yourself pick up any speed at all, okay? We're getting there. We're 500 yards, a little bit less right now. We probably need to get down to these rocks, and I kind of think that's about all we're going to be able to do. You hear people talk about the death zone or whatever, all that crap. This is the death zone. We go over, we're dead. Now we're as far as we can go. It's as dangerous as I'm willing to let it get for all of us at this point. I just got to take a cross canyon shot. That's all there is to it. And it's not what I want to do, but I don't want to carry a dead person out or be the dead person carried out or all of us be dead. So that's our choices right now. Let's just see if we can make this happen. So this is as close as we're gonna get. This is our whole hunt. This is our Ibex. This is the end of this whole trip, and it comes down to a 517-yard cross canyon shot because we cannot get any closer without risking life and limb. So I have no idea how it's gonna turn out, but I'm gonna do my very best. So I'm gonna start making my rest up right here. Now I'm cranking this up to 520. Okay, yeah, he's laying down, he's looking uphill. There's 3 to his left, and 1 he's looking up at the 3, you see? He's the white patch in the back. And there's 1 uphill above him asleep with his head. They got up and they moved past this rock to where we can't shoot them, so we gotta go up and over. Ibex have moved up, so we're having to hurry and go over this cliff, drop back down and get a different angle and shoot. We're 100 yards closer. The Ibex did us a big favor, went over the hill, come up, we went over the hill, and now we're gonna try to get them at 425. my legs.
Are you still on him, Brad? It's the bottom right one. Now they're moving. Ready, go. Are you still on him, Brad? It's the bottom right one. Now they're moving. Okay, just wait. Ready, go. It was dead rest. I don't know what happened. It just missed. Happens. Crap. There went our hunt. I felt really good about the shot. I wouldn't have took it. It was at a real sharp angle. It was 436 yards as the crow flies. Hold for about 380. Probably a little bit overconfident. Shot that one at 422 the other day. You know, I felt really good, especially when it read through my rangefinder, when it read 379. I was like, I feel like I got this. Guess I didn't. I just let the team down, Oleg.
No, you just did great footage.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's all great.
For sure.
You did your job. Let these guys know they did their job. I just failed at mine.
Ребята, все было сделано хорошо. По первому классу.
I'm very proud of their effort, and they're very good hunters.
Он очень горд, что вы его взяли, что сделали великолепную работу.
You did a great job of keeping us safe and made sure that we come back up here okay. At the end of the day, as much as I'd like to come through every time I can.
И в конце этого дня я бы хотел сказать.
Ему тоже скажи, он хорошо послушный, нормально ходил, я как объяснил, вот так они ходили. Я тоже рад.
Amurbek wish to guide all the hunters like you, because you got opinion based on very big experienced, and he said he wish to hunt with you more, really, and it comes from the heart.
And I tell him I wish that more of my guides were more like him.
А он желает себе, чтобы у него почаще в его жизненном пути встречались такие люди, как ты.
And regardless of everything, I feel like made friends for life.
И похоже на то, что только что мы стали друзьями на всю жизнь. Пожмите друг другу руки.
Давай.
Thank you.
Ну что, Олег?
Thank you. Thank you.
Вот так.
No matter how much you want it, it's all gonna come down to 1 second. And that second's the difference. Forever. Good thing is, there's always another hunt, always another day. We made it out of here safely. But all that doesn't take away the feeling that's inside me right now, letting everybody know. Each one of these right here is for my kids at home. And I'm just about to get to go back and see them. I'm really ready to get back to them, and they each got one of these with them right now. So I'm hoping they're sitting there, happy as they can be, sleeping soundly, having this right next to their bed, somewhere deep inside, knowing their dad's thinking about them. Hey. Yeah. You realize I'm supposed to be going there like in a couple weeks. Everything's planned, everything's done.
What's up?
Apparently Amber's on the internet and found out about where all these hikers got killed, all these climbers on K2 in Pakistan. Yeah. Well, I understand. No, I understand, honey. I love you. And I don't want you and the kids and all the family upset and worried about me for 3 weeks. To an extent, I knew what I'm getting into, but that's a little bit different, and I understand it. And I don't want y'all to be upset. I put everybody through enough already with all this stuff. No, I love you. She was just going through everything on the internet and found out about these poor guys that got killed on K2 in Pakistan. No, I know he's in a total different spot and have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. I just hope he understands everything. I've got to deliver this message on top of what happened today. Well, I missed. You've put up with me going to a lot of bad places and even there, so I understand. I'm not gonna push it. Tell them little girls I love them and I'll call them back. Okay? Yeah, it'll just be a few hours. I'll talk to Jim about it and see what he thinks. All right, I wish I was there with you now. I love you too. Bye. No, she's all upset about the stuff in Pakistan, about the hikers and stuff that were killed, and she's just telling me that, you know, she doesn't want to worry about that.
Have you not talked about this before with her?
Well, I mean, I've talked about it a million times, Brant, but I don't want my wife and I don't want my kids ever to think that they're not the most important, ever.
I don't have a family, I don't have any kids or a wife or anything like you do, so I'm not even gonna pretend to be able to tell you anything about that, but I can tell you that the only person that should be making this choice is you.
I know.
You know what I mean? You gotta figure out what is most, well, I mean, I think the answer's pretty easy, but what's most important?
Yeah, outside of my immediate family, y'all are the rest of my family. So I don't want to let you guys down either. I mean, I worry for him too. I just wonder at what point of this do we say, whoa?
This is actually the shot?
This is actually it.
So, I mean, you're looking almost right down the top.
It was
of the
horrible, yeah. I was hanging on for dear life and shooting at the same time.
How far was it?
436 yards. And now that I look at it, the animal looked flatter to me. You know, I was on an angled rock and everything. Now that I look, there it goes.
Okay, he's got his backside up higher on the slope.
Yep.
So he's angled down. It's almost a quarter towards your shot at this point.
All things considered, I should have waited just a few seconds till it was here.
They don't have a clue you're there.
No. Anyway, the gist of the whole thing is you can throw all the numbers and everything in the world, but I don't feel like I made the right decision. I should have waited, whatever. It all comes down to not really happy with myself right now.
But you know, if you're shooting past 300 yards, stuff starts to happen.
Yeah.
Right? And when you're past 400 yards, like literally, like a 5-mile-an-hour wind can pull the bullet over that much, and you don't know. There's not in a billion years can you know what the wind is between you and that animal across a canyon.
Sure.
You know, there's no grass, there's no leaves on trees to look at. That's just a tough shot, Corey. I mean, you can't beat yourself up on that. Remember that we're hunting, and this doesn't always have a happy ending. You're not always going to be successful getting the animal, but that doesn't diminish the hunt in any way, manner, fashion, or form. You guys climbed down that hill. You guys climbed back over the ridge. You climbed down the chute. You got that close to the animal. You made the choice. You had someone hanging on under your feet as you're. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
You had every single part of the hunt except a recovery on a dead animal.
And that's the difference.
There's nothing. That's nothing on the hunt. And if you dwell on that little bit of negative, and it's really a tiny little bit of negative compared to what we've experienced on this trip.
It's been an incredible trip.
Exactly. So you let it go. You forget it. Like it's gone. It's done. And what you do now is you look forward.
Yeah.
Now you look forward. You're in 2 weeks, we're going to be in Pakistan. You're going to have a chance to go after Himalayan ibex, which is a virtually, identical type of hunt in the steep mountains in the Himalayas.
Yeah. Well, we got to talk about that too. So I call on the way that I normally call, and I come home and on the way in the end of every day just to check on, see how things are going. And she's upset. She started reading on the internet about Pakistan and how these poor guys up at K2 got killed, and they were looking for Americans and all the horrible stuff.
You mean they were shot or they were
shot.
They were avalanched?
They were shot. So.
Who shot them, the Taliban or something?
Yeah. She's never ever asked me not to go anywhere. And now it's the first time I've ever been hit like that to say, I really don't want to worry about you. And you got a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I know all that. Just like what you talk about, objective danger, subjective danger. We want to go, we go. But with them, with her at home and sitting there, I don't want her sitting there 3 weeks worrying about it, Jim. And I don't want to let you down either. So I'm in a position now that whatever I do, if I go or don't go, I'm disappointing somebody.
You can't think like that, Corey. Pakistan is going to be there in 100 years from now. You'll be a little bit older, but you can't think you're letting me down because I'm going to go.
You got kids, you understand.
You have one priority in your position right now, one responsibility, and that's to your family.
Yeah.
It's not to me, it's hunting. If you get obsessed with something, right, then you truly have lost perspective on what life is about. You can't get obsessed with what? Coming to Pakistan to hunt an animal that you can hunt hopefully 20, 30, 40 years from now?
Yeah.
And leave your 2 young daughters at home by themselves with a young wife. I mean, Corey, it's not even a question.
Good luck.
Corey, don't worry about the miss, and don't worry about letting me down in Pakistan, because you're not. You're just the opposite. I actually have far more respect for you when you walk away from the obsession to take care of your responsibilities as a father and a husband.
I never got to the point where I questioned if I wasn't going to do it or not. I knew I had to tell you either way. So the only thing you've done really is made it a lot easier on me, and I appreciate it.
I'll send you a postcard.
Okay.
I'll send you a postcard from the
Islamabad.
That's right, from the K2 Massive. Say, Corey.
Amir, yeah.
That's right. I didn't know about those guys on K2.
Oh, Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all things. Thank you for this meal, and thank you for the one who prepared it. Lord, thank you for allowing each one of us to be here safely. Lord, thank you for the beautiful blessing of your sweet Son, Jesus. Thank you for all of our families and our friends. Lord, please allow Jim to be safe and to make it home safely to his family. We're thinking of him, we're thinking of Louise, and we're thinking of Brandlin. We're thinking of all of our friends and all of our family. In Jesus' sweet name we pray.
Amen.
1554 with service to Denver. Please proceed to gate 151 for boarding.
Made it to Karachi, Pakistan. Unbelievable. It's 5 in the morning. We just flew in from Istanbul in Turkey. Danish was here, which already makes me feel about 1,000 times better about this hunt. He was there to meet us actually behind security. That makes you a pretty important guy if you can get past security in Pakistan at the airport. Danish has arranged a police escort for us. I actually can honestly say I feel safer right now than I have in just about any of the stand countries, and certainly anywhere in West Africa. That's a comforting feeling right off the bat when you're coming into Pakistan. So our first morning here in Karachi in Pakistan. These are our escort / bodyguards. I'm in my fitting into the local culture outfit. It's a shalwar kameez, which is the Pakistani traditional dress. Mine's a Punjab variation of it, so in the Sindh province, I don't quite fit in, my pants aren't baggy enough. So we're headed into the main part of town right now. We've got our police escort in front of us. I feel a lot safer here right now than I feel in many of the African countries and certainly in other of the stand countries.
Headed into the panhandle of Texas right now. I actually just got into it, and it's a lot different than the trips I normally go on. Usually right now I'll be about 30,000 feet above, flying to God only knows where, and I don't have Jim with me. But now we're headed towards the Canadian River. We're gonna do some mule deer hunting, and up here on this flat, it's really nothing you can see. It's just a wide open plain, a little bit of cactus. Right now, Jim's probably on a little bit older road. Maybe the Silk Road or the Karakoram Highway or the Grand Trunk Road or one of those places in Pakistan. It's a lot different place to be than right here, right now.
This is our first morning of hunting. I've donned my actual hunting gear, my kameez, they call it, the top. I've got the hunting headgear on. This is the security force out here. These guys are tough and professionals, believe me. A lot of people feel that everybody over here is our enemy. That's just not true. These guys are our friends. They're on our side. They're protecting us against terrorism. They're actually on the front lines of the terrorism fight over here. They would give their lives to protect me, someone they don't even know. And we ask ourselves, would we do the same thing to them if they were guests in our country? We're inside a walled compound, obviously well protected on the outside, but on the inside, there's also some protective measures. Those security cameras cover every inch of this compound, outside and inside. The reason there's all this security is to protect these people, and in this case, their guests, me, from the bad guys. They're the same bad guys that we're trying to protect ourselves in North America from. These are good people. They may not look like good people that we're used to, but they're good people. We're probably 45 minutes outside of Karachi on the main highway headed into the center of the Sindh province. We're going to drop off the police vehicle here because it's not four-wheel drive, and we're also meeting up with the wildlife officials from the Sindh province. Our guards now will go into the new vehicle and we'll continue on. We made it to the Blanford Uriel area. We'll be starting to hunt fairly quickly once we get up into the mountains. We're definitely away from the traveled roads and into a deserty, scruffy looking country, exactly where you'd expect to see Blanford Uriel and Sindh Ibex. The sun is just starting to come up. I'm excited about this hunt. Blanford Uriel, one of the prettiest of all the sheep species in the world. It doesn't look like sheep country, it looks like desert. Look at that, it just looks like flat desert with some broken terrain. I mean, I'm trying to fit in over here in Pakistan because you don't want to stand out, like I say, no cowboy hat, so the less attention I draw to myself, the better. But apparently they say that I still don't quite look right for the area. I'm trying my best.
I was just asking them where exactly the Uriels are. It's just about half a kilometer we have to walk, and then they're out in the open. We're gonna have to, once we're near, once we spot the rams, if we like them, we make a strategy on how
figure out how to get
stalk
closer. Okay. We're getting closer to where they spotted those rams earlier this morning. The fellow said there was 3 rams. We have to see them though to see what size they are. These local tribal guys are excellent for finding these animals out in this wasteland. I mean, it's like a moonscape out here. I'll have to be quiet from here on in.
So what you're saying is there's a bunch of pressure on me right now. How far are they? They're 280 yards. They can see your scarf. Let's get into a better position. Just listen to it. If you say so. The second one from top, he's looking at us right now. So you can see it goes up. It's really wide. I saw that, yeah. The one looking at us. Yeah. Is nice, but the one on top is prettier. Okay, Jim, do you see one? Second from the right.
Yeah, no, the bedded down one, yeah.
The bedded down one.
He's standing up.
Shoot him. Shoot him when you can.
Okay, you want him now?
Yes. The one looking at us. Yeah. Is nice, but the one on top is prettier. Okay, Jim, do you see one? Second from the right.
Yeah, no, the bedded down one, yeah.
The bedded down one.
He's standing up.
Shoot him. Shoot him when you can.
Okay, you want him now?
Yes.
You got him! Good. Beautiful shot. Well done.
Did we get him?
Yes, sir. Wow.
That was
That
a
is
panic.
a fantastic shot.
That was panic.
I know.
Everything go.
Look, they're still in the...
Look at it on the skyline. On the skyline. He's beautiful. He's old. Danish, we did it. What do you think about that gun?
This one?
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's beautiful.
Very accurate.
Yeah, that's one of the most accurate guns I've ever had. Thank you, Danish.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
It was so intense at the start there because you don't know if they're going to go quickly, and I was, oh, is ever small ammo. Danish, I don't want to take that shot again. Look at that. Look at the ridges are so tight together. That's a sign of age, is all that when the ridges are that tight.
Yeah.
He's missing his teeth on this side, and he's got this magnificent bib, you call it. Okay. Danish, my friend, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Jim.
Thank you. That is spectacular. I've dreamed about a Blanford Uriel since the first time I was hunting in Pakistan.
real smart guy told me one time, truly rich man's got time. Just this is like the place that time forgot here. Not one scar on it anywhere. Very few places you can tell that man was here. Without Jim here is a little bit different than the most professional shows we made. All those times, all those years, all those mountains. First time I ever felt like I let him down. Knowing just about now, he's probably getting his boots on, getting ready to head up some mountain. I won't be there on a different part of it, looking for another animal. I won't be there to meet him at camp when we come back in and tell stories of the day's adventures. It's a big deal when you've been with somebody that long. Jim and I have been hunting together 11 years. Even he can tell me I wasn't letting him down, and all the facts I know about family are true, and I made the right decision by not going. You know, I can't keep stressing them out over and over. They don't deserve it either. Doesn't mean I don't want to quit hunting, though. Doesn't mean I won't quit having adventures. So this is kind of the last stop here before I really get out into this big wide open nothing. Clyde and I are gonna have a lot of miles riding through it. This is it. It's just a big sense of loneliness. There's nothing out here. There's just a river, this nasty badlands, a bunch of wide open grass and cactus. It's a really cool place to think about things. That's the river. So I think I'm gonna make my camp right down there, somewhere along this river, find a nice spot, little bear tracks as possible. Get Clyde here something to drink, because he's probably ready for it. It's been a long day. And that flat over there is where we're gonna try to hunt all day tomorrow. Unbelievable place. I don't know if you can sense it, but this is about as lonely as it gets. The only thing that's surrounding us is dead dinosaur bones and Indian artifacts, arrowheads and rocks. Maybe a couple deer.
Going through this town, it's crazy. If you can see the people in the background behind me. Everybody's staring at us. It's wild, the colors and the action, the people, the noise. It's beautiful. We're entering a traditional village here in Pakistan, in the Sindh province. Fantastic by every definition. Did I get everybody? We're going to see something special and unique.
Moonshine.
Moonshine?
Yeah.
Moonshine?
Oh, you can smell it, eh?
Yeah.
That's moonshine?
It's not distilled yet. Hot. Yeah.
Oh, it's hot. Why is it so hot? Oh, they're cooking it in
Boiling
there.
it, yeah.
They're
Oh,
boiling
so try this. This is some kind of, this is moonshine.
Moonshine. From bark of this tree.
From the bark of that tree?
Acacia.
This is one of the opaque red wines. I'll try this thing. Oh yeah, it definitely needs a couple days, eh? That was purely, the first drink was curiosity, the second and third was purely to be thankful for their generosity. Wow, that's bitter, eh? Woof. The acacia bark wine. Whoa. Yeah, I don't, strong would be a good way to describe it, yeah. Look at the buffalo. They're small, eh?
This one is a small one.
This is truly traditional agriculture-based village. They've gone through all of their wheat paddies, flooded the little paddocks to help germinate the wheat seeds and obviously grow them from water that comes through canals from the Indus River. It's like walking into this land 1,000 years ago. It's crazy. It's beautiful. Beautiful, amazing. This is Pakistan, but a Pakistan that we don't see much of over in North America. And that's a real Muslim village. These people don't hate. I mean, you can train anybody to hate if you give them incomprehensible loss, a hurt of that loss, then you create hate, which is fear. But they're just simple people that farm the land. Beautiful, simple people.
When I grew up, we really didn't have much. My parents were young. There wasn't really any time for outdoor stuff. Up until after I was probably 7, 8 years old, I don't know, we really had one guy who inspired us all. It was my granddad, my mama's dad. He was just an amazing guy, just the coolest guy. And out of everybody that I've ever been around, my family or my friends, the way I am is the closest to the way he was. He's the one that introduced me to hunting. As much as we were alike, we really lived totally different lives. He had the same job for over 30 years. But he'd wake up in the morning, 4 a.m., put on his work clothes, then he'd go put a pair of overalls over him. Lived on the lake, getting his little bass boat he had. And he'd go fishing until about 7:30 and come back in. Then he'd take off those overalls and fix his hair. Head to work all day, quality control. 30 years he'd do that. Every night. He'd go to bed with my grandma. He'd look at her, say goodnight. Love you, see you in the morning. You can have every adventure in the world. But without that, it don't mean much. He died Christmas Day, 3 years ago. Haven't really thought about it a whole lot since. So, I'm gonna go and hunt this deer. I'm gonna go back home and I'm gonna bring the meat. I'm gonna hug my kids. I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna look at my wife. I'm gonna say goodnight. I love you. See you in the morning.
You're getting many Pakistani people coming on. Like suddenly they're coming on and saying, hey, I support this. Some Shia terrorists destroyed our culture and tradition. Stay blessed and Allah protect you. Bring good hunt pro. I mean, that's good for these people standing up.
And that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
For you to help me show the world that yes, there are risks, there is,
exactly, yeah.
But it's not the people.
Yeah, when I take off the cowboy hat, you want to judge people by how they're dressed and what they look like? So here, go ahead. You judge me. You know.
People, they just judge so quickly. There have been some people saying, yeah, because you're paying him, and if you don't pay him, somebody else pays him. They don't even know who the guy is. They don't even know he's loyal to me. He's been,
to that educated moron posting on here, embracing all people no matter their race, religion, or country of origin is the American way. To assume someone is a bad person based on appearance is called stupidity. You people make me ashamed to be an American. I'm glad the country is not filled with people like you. You know, like when you stand up, when people are standing up and taking a side, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
You have to understand why I do this. Because, you know, this guy is saying it's to get the animal. No, it's not. That's the goal, but it's not the reason I'm here. Marco Polo didn't come to this part of the world to what? To make $10? No, he didn't do that. He came because he was an explorer. It's not about jeopardizing my family or trying to get an animal. It's about realizing who I am and what I do to be me. This is my life. You can sit me down in one place and say, stay here. I'm going to worry about what might happen, so I don't do anything. I sit here. Now, for some people, fantastic. That's great. That's how they deal with their life. That's how they live. But for me, there's no way. That would be like killing me. We just got the word this morning, like literally, we were going to head out hunting. We got the word we're moving. Danish came to me and says he's concerned because of Facebook and because of a lot of the comments and whatnot. It's getting a lot of attention here, so strongly suggested we break up our routine. That we're getting a little too predictable. We're going to disappear into the desert. We're just stopping for gas. Even when you stop for gas here, these guys jump out of their vehicle and set up a perimeter around us. They're quick about it, professional. People have told me coming over here that, yeah, for $10 these guys will switch allegiances, but these guys are all handpicked by Danish's family. Some of them have been in his family for generations. There's a code of honor here that's tribal. I think they would die. I honestly do. Now, it's hard to say until that ever happens, if there's bullets start flying, would these guys stand and fight, or would they run, or would they turn, you know, switch teams? I just don't feel that that's in their nature. I don't think so. Bumped into these Sin nomads here in the Sin desert, and we're trying to find out if they've seen any of the Sin Ibex around.
I've asked them that have they seen any Sind Ibex? They say that, you know, they've seen quite a few. They see them every day, you know, whenever they pass the mountains, they see the
Traveling
Ibex.
through. How far are they going? How far do they go?
They travel for days and days, you know.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah.
And
that's all their life. They just keep on traveling.
Do they hunt the Ibex at all, or no hunting?
They don't hunt. Theek hai, Baba. Mashallah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Same.
Thank you. How do you say goodbye?
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz to kare. Khuda Hafiz.
Made it to the Sind Ibex area. We've been trying to reach, or at least we made it to the edge of it. From here we'll be walking. There's no roads beyond this point. It looks really rugged, really rough.
Here comes the Billies on the skyline. How much? 218. We just barely got up here, and they're already coming through. It's gonna be difficult. They say there's one coming.
He said it's a small one.
There's 3 of them, 3 males. Boy, that's tough to shoot. No, I could shoot them there. They stopped. Boy, that's tough to shoot. No, I could shoot them there. They stopped. How far is that?
That's 225, 230 now.
Yeah, it's about 200 ballistic distance. There they all go over the ridge. That was pretty wild. A whole herd of Ibex came right across the face. There was 4 or 5 males, but nothing mature. They were all sub-adults. They still look big in the scope. And I could have shot them 225 yards.
We've gotten in front of the big black pile of brush these deer should be in. And we're about to just still hunt and work our way in here and hopefully see them. It's not a very big pile of brush. There's a lot of open area around. I think I saw their tracks going in. I haven't seen their tracks going out, so they should be in here. We're probably around 50 yards away, and this buck, he came up, he heard us walking, and he just thought we were deer fighting. He came over here. This rut is going full bore as much as I've ever seen mule deer run in my life. They're just going to war right now, and that's what's happening over here. So we're gonna try to sneak up and see if we can see them, and hopefully they're in a good spot still. Neither of those bucks are the big buck, so we gotta ease up and hopefully we can see him. It's unreal. There's deer in here everywhere. They're just fighting for this one doe. It's crazy. They don't even care that we're here at this point. That's the only reason. They're so concentrating on her. I see a buck and I see some more does down here about 150 yards from us right now. He's got to be in that bunch. This is really turning out to be quite the little hunt. We've been following this deer for probably a mile and a half through this brush, just get peeks of him. We're actually following their tracks here. And I'm gonna just circle around and try to get on the other side of this valley and hopefully it'll work out. So now we really can't move. This doe's sitting there watching us. We don't know where the buck is. He could have left her. I wouldn't think he would have after following us doe for a mile or more. But maybe he got tired of it because I can't see him now. He could have bedded, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I see him right there. Ready? Okay, I see him right there. Ready? Oh my goodness gracious. It started out 28 degrees this morning. We've just gone 2 to 3 miles just following this deer and taking gambles and walking ahead. Finally, he stopped and looked right there. Over this was a canyon. We're gonna be in trouble. I feel like I'm in a sauna. Yeah, there were so many deer in here after that one doe. It was just a war. There was just deer running every single which way but loose. And then we kept seeing different deer and thinking it was him, kept seeing different deer, and finally he stood there and looked at us. Looks like a great big mature buck. I'm over the moon right now. I'm really happy to get this stuff off though. Man, what a buck. I could tell he was by far older, bigger deer than the rest of them.
Look at this cactus when I was telling you about the cholla. That's what they eat. This deer's probably 7, 8 years old. Just a beautiful old buck, man. Exactly what I wanted to see, exactly what I wanted to find. I'm usually about 5,000 miles away from home when I take an animal, not 500. It's just a different experience to know that right now I'm gonna just take this animal, butcher it, take it home, feed the family, hug him and kiss him. I think back to my granddad, and he's really the one who inspired me to hunt and to fish. And he never really left 40 miles away from his house the entire life. It was just in a different way, and I can't do it. But it inspired me and made me want to be who I turned up being. I'm really happy to have done this hunt. It's a little bittersweet. I wish I was with Jim on the other side of the world in a way, but I chose my family. That's the right choice to make.
They've crossed one ridge over, so what they're going to do is they'll make us sit over here and they'll go and let them have their wind. So they move inside this little
basin.
So once they're inside and we're also inside, the wind will not be as bad, number one. And then we can take our time to glass and see if they're any good. If you like them, we can shoot, otherwise we can go to that big group. That's the plan.
That's the plan. Well, you know about that one, right? Man plans and God laughs.
That's what guys on top of the hill, they've spotted a young ibex that's right on the ridge, looking back at him about 500 yards away, they say. So they're waiting till it goes over the edge of the hill, and then we're gonna make a stalk on the bigger one and the smaller one. Looks like they've got a pre-built blind for us. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that'll work. Not as lures.
That's the big group.
Okay, then he'll be coming out in the open here in a second. How far? How far?
He's 205? You sure that's all?
He's not stopping. Missed him. How far?
This final segment of Uncharted is brought to you by Primos. Speak the language.
Okay, then he'll be coming out in the open here in a second. You see him? Missed him. How far? You sure that's all? What, did it miss him? Did? What's he saying? He's here?
Yeah.
Down. Okay. That one, we got him that time. He was running. All of a sudden, they went crazy. You could see him come down the slope, and I just waited. And, I mean, it was 1 nanosecond before he was out of sight, but I can't worry about that. I got to make my shot. Should be through the shoulders. Oh, he's right here. Ah! Oh, we got him. Got him.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh. We got him.
That was pretty intense. They came through like rocket ships. He's a beautiful Sind Ibex here in Pakistan, and he points inwards. That's one of the signs of a Sind Ibex. The tips are supposed to point back in towards each other a little bit. Look at this, he's almost white here. It's like a beautiful, beautiful light color. Blends in perfectly with the rocks. He's old. 10 and a half years old. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. These men are hunters over here in Pakistan. They're happy to be here hunting, regardless of whether I'm from the West. This is hunters working together. No animosity. It's not about religion. It's not about governments, economics. It's not about culture. It's not about how I'm dressed, they're dressed, or what color our skin is. It doesn't matter. We've been doing this for 1 million years. It's not going to change because of some regional issue over a given period of time. No. When I look up at the sky, I can see the Big Dipper and I can see the North Star. When I can see the North Star, I know which way home is. I can look at home. Even though it's 7,000 miles away. Louise and I often, in these kind of times, say we share the moon, her and I. Because that's all we can share when we're this far apart. It's Thanksgiving today. I'm so thankful where we live in North America. The greatest continent and the greatest countries in the world. I think of the people who have given their lives to protect our freedoms in North America. What sacrifice, and we benefit. Being here puts into perspective just how fortunate we are to have what we have, to live where we live. We have nothing to complain about, but we have the freedom to complain if we want to. We have the freedom to voice our opinions about things that we don't even really know a lot about sometimes. We have the freedom to judge people, even though it may not be right. We have the freedom to live and to choose what we want to do with this one life we're given. We have the freedom in North America. That's not the case all over the world. I'm so thankful to be alive, to share and to have shared my life with my soulmate, Louise. Yeah, I know which way home is. I know that's where Louise is. I know Brand's out that way, probably 5,000 miles. Evie's that way, 3,000 miles. My mother is about 6,000 miles that way, and my father this year. My father, he's up there. I'm just gonna look towards home for a little bit. did. We got him. Chinkara gazelle in Pakistan with a bow and arrow. That's absolutely the first, and my camo isn't designed to hide me from the animals. Oh boy. These tiny, tiny, tiny. That's a Chinkara gazelle right here on the border with India. We're the guests of the tribal chief of the Mahars. He was kind enough to let us hunt in his own hunting area and use a bow and arrow. It's got to be the first Chinkara gazelle with a bow and arrow, I think. The first one those guys have seen. Did you see that? Did you see?
Amazing, amazing.
It was 22 yards.
Wow, that is a huge Chinkara gazelle.
Is it?
Yeah. We count the rings on them.
So it just means that the more rings, the older, that's all. But it doesn't say he's 18 years old, obviously, yeah. Look at the feet, is that normal?
Yeah, they're very sharp.
Yeah.
Very
that's
sharp.
sharper than knife. Yeah, that's for sand, eh? Thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Danish,
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlotte. And please give my thank you to the chief of the tribe, the Mahar tribe, hunting in his personal hunting area. I'm the first Westerner ever to hunt here?
Yeah.
Ever?
That's correct. First Western hunter to hunt in this area.
Is that right, eh? Wow. We're going to catch an airplane to Lahore, which is near the India border, to be able to hopefully hunt Punjab urial and chital, or access deer. This is a totally different place, a different feel than where we were. I'm surprised at how progressive Lahore is. I mean, there was ladies dressed in actual skirts and with their heads totally uncovered, no shawls. This could be any city anywhere in Asia. In fact, it could be any city in a lot of parts of Europe.
You want me to be professional?
That'd be great. Danish actually can trace his lineage back 6,000 years. So I've been making him carry my gun case around and lift bags. The Pakistani border with India, about to get a tour of the border.
They're enemies. This is the Muslim side. They're the Hindu side.
symbolic, ceremonial way that they take the flag down. It's nuts. Wow, unbelievable. Experience to see the patriotism here in Pakistan. And that's the side of Pakistan you don't hear about in our press over in North America. These are big dudes, eh? Like I'm probably 6'6" right now with my boots on. This guy's a lot taller than me. So he's got the cool looking stash too, which I don't have, but he's serious. He's like 7 feet tall. We're at the shrine to Danish's ancestors. Here, Danish means Saint Danish. This is actually how they treat him when he comes into the That's amazing. They do this to celebrate your arrival with your guest.
Yeah.
Like before the hunt.
Yeah. Hold it like this, and this like this.
Oh, and really slap it together.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. You should see this, the River Indus. This place is a palace. Look at it. The River Indus is right here. It may be very, very civilized for the people that have been here before, but it's uncharted for me. Merci beaucoup. There's some things that are just priorities. Let's go Punjab urial hunting, exactly. First morning of our hunt in Punjab, we're the guest of the Nawab of Kalabagh. We've got our game guard in front of us with his AK-47. It's raining for the first time in Pakistan that we've been here, which does not bode well for the hunt. Raining and hunting for sheep or goats of the world is never a good combination. We've got some serious concerns about how successful we're going to be finding this Punjab urial, one of the most difficult of all the urial species to actually access and hunt. it to the salt range where we're going to be hunting. Hey, is it? How are you doing? Nice to meet you. These are all the game guards that are basically responsible for guarding the Punjab Urials. Make sure there's no poaching, and I'm sure they're doing predator control in this area as well. These guys are tough guys, mountain men. The rain's not good. It's starting to rain a little heavy right now. That's a death knell for any sheep hunt in the mountains. If you can't see, you can't hunt sheep in the mountains. These guys know their stuff. They basically live out here with the animals. They have a real good idea of where the animals are. Every population of big game around the world is managed to some degree. And when there's 189 million people living in Pakistan, you've got to know what's going on with your wild animals, especially animals like sheep that are so visible. One of them looks good. They're definitely looking at us. He's broomed off on both sides. They both have black bibs. I don't see why he would be broomed off if he's not older, but do they think there's bigger around than these? Yeah.
They also spotted a group over there, so they'll say, let's go check it out.
Okay, because I don't need to get closer to see what these are, I know. I've looked at the rams, there's 3 rams, and have a pretty good idea what they are. They say they know where there's another group of sheep, and before we go after these 2, I would rather see the other ones. Now, this is a gamble because weather could change, could get worse. We could spook these. We might not be able to find the other ones and not be able to find these again. This is the turn down game, but I really want to try and find the oldest ram in the area. If you're going to hunt one Punjab Urial in your life and be part of the conservation of these sheep, then you absolutely want to take the one animal out of the herd that won't make a biological difference. It's past breeding age, but it's a gamble, right? You're gambling the success of the hunt and trying to do the right thing for the conservation of this particular species. That's the hope and despair of hunting. A bit of good news. The clouds are breaking up. Maybe, just maybe, the weather won't be a negative factor on this hunt. Here comes the sun.
Walking up right now.
Yeah, the one walking up right now.
Yes,
or the broomed one.
It looks good, Jim. It's third one from the left.
How far is it?
130 yards, 130 yards.
The one looking at us.
The one looking at us, yeah. Yeah, there's the broomed one right above him, right?
Yeah, he's the one below him.
Okay.
He's feeding.
Matt, you on him? You ready? Yeah, there's the broomed one right above him, right?
Yeah, he's the one below him.
Okay.
He's feeding.
Matt, you on him? You ready?
Got him.
What did he do?
He's running off.
To the right.
Oh, that's him going down.
Rolling over.
He's done.
Well done.
We got him. 140 yards. Punjab Urial. We got him. Hey, thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. We got him, Punjab Urial in Punjab province of Pakistan. He's right there. He's
He's right here. He's like a miniature sheep. Thank you. He's got the beautiful black bib. Hey, Danish, that's the black bib. The Punjab Urial is the black.
That's correct. It's black and the Blandford is more white.
Yeah, it's white on the front and then goes into black. This is the saddle you were talking about, the white or the black or both?
The black and the white is called a saddle mark.
Okay.
The combination.
And as they get older, they get that?
That's correct, yeah. They get that white spots, it becomes more
on the
brown.
back. Okay. Oh,
When they're young, they're just brown.
Oh, he's magnificent. Punjab Urial in Punjab province in Pakistan with Pure Danish, my friend. Thank you very, very much.
My pleasure, Tim.
Hey, Corey.
So you're about to go north, huh?
Yep, we're leaving tomorrow morning early for the Himalayas to Gilgit.
So are you going to take the plane once you get up there and fly up to Gilgit?
If we can fly, we will, but they say the weather's been really up and down, so I think we'll probably end up driving it.
Oh my goodness.
Should be a 2-day drive just to get there to Gilgit. Then hopefully, if all goes according to plan, we'll stay overnight and drive on the next day into the hunting area.
Well, good luck with that. How are things going there? Is it safe?
It's been secure the whole time we've been in Sindh province. I haven't been in any situations where I felt in danger. Once we leave Islamabad, though, traveling on the Karakoram, we're going right through Abbottabad. That's where they got Osama, and then traveling all along the Swat Valley, where they've had all that trouble with the Taliban.
I don't know what to say, man. That's a really rough spot.
Yeah, no, I know. They say the Karakoram Highway is the most dangerous highway in the world.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Be careful.
Yeah, we will. We'll be careful.
And I'll see you when you get home.
Yep. Okay, Corey.
He's definitely in a different place than what we're at. Hey, honey?
Huh?
We're not exactly in Pakistan here.
No.
Hope everything goes okay for him.
Just landed in Islamabad. We're at the airport. Our flight today, we could not get on. Phone call up to Gilgit told us that the weather up there is pretty horrible. Our alternative is to get on a car right now and head to Gilgit, or try to, on the Karakoram Highway. Security is a serious issue on that particular highway. You know, our other alternative is to wait till tomorrow, hope that our flight leaves tomorrow, does get to Gilgit. But if it doesn't, we're going to end up going on the Karakoram Highway anyway. So I made the executive decision to go now. Let's just take our chances, throw the dice, and see what happens. This is the vehicle we're going to go all the way in? Oh, you kidding? I'm taking the back seat. Shotty the whole back seat. A little bit of humor in this particular situation. There's nothing we can do. You know, you can't predict the weather, you can't predict the future, you can't predict where any danger might lie. I mean, for all we know, the airplane goes up and crashes in the bad weather, you know, flies headfirst into K2 or into Nanga Parbat.
He's saying don't stop anywhere to take any photos.
Heading out into the streets of Islamabad, leaving the airport right now, heading out on a road trip on the Karakoram Highway into the Himalayas. Just traveling through the city of Abbottabad, it gives you a reality check. It puts history into perspective. Right here is where they took out Osama, in this city. And that was not too long ago. Yeah, we can never forget. Never forget. We've been on
on the Karakum Highway now for about 5 hours from Islamabad, and the terrain has changed dramatically. We're definitely in the foothills of the Himalayas. We've left the agricultural land behind and entered the pine forest-clad hills that are the beginning of the highest mountains in the world. There's the Savage Mountain K2, Nanga Parbat, and the Himalayan Ibex that we're after. And ahead of us, too, is adventure. That's the headwaters of the Indus, which literally is life for Pakistan. The road's getting nastier, steeper drop-offs, more serious curves and switchbacks. We're climbing into the Himalayas. This highway is definitely not for the faint of heart. The only highway I've seen that's even close is in the high Andes in Peru. There's no guardrails for most of the way. Cars coming at you are just as big a problem as your own car going towards them. It's 1,000 feet straight down on one side, and straight above us, thousands of feet. Every once in a while, we'll see where a vehicle's gone over the edge. We've got a 2-vehicle convoy. The police escort is actually inside the vehicle in front of us. We're in KPK province right now, which is the hotbed. It's the one province that you don't want to spend a lot of time in if you're from the west. Actually, this entire road is a place you don't want to spend a lot of time on. They say that nothing's happened along the road, and then they always say yet, which is a little bit disturbing, but according to Danish, we're safe as babies. Right, Danish?
Of course.
That's Nanga Parbat, one of the tallest mountains in the world. There's 14 peaks in the world, all in the Himalayas, that are over 8,000 meters, about 26,000 feet, and that's one of the tallest of all. This is the landslide that made the lake that we actually have to get down. It blocked the entire valley, took out the whole Karakoram Highway. This is our disembarking point. We'll be taking one of those wild-looking boats to the far end of this lake that used to be a valley. Wow. This place is wild. The best way to deal with this kind of situation is with confidence. If you ever want to feel like you're out of control, this is it right here. All right. You give it a thumbs up. How you doing? It's just crazy around here. This is our ride, boat number 12. To get to the other end of the Karakoram Highway where it continues on into China, we've got to take this boat. Our hunting area starts at the far end of this lake for Himalayan Ibex. Never seen anything like it. The entire Karakoram Highway is underwater. The landslide blocked off the entire valley, stopped the river, dammed it up, created this lake. Made it to the far end of the Karakoram Highway, the dead end at this end of the lake. Beyond here is China, but between here and China is our hunting area for Himalayan Ibex. 3 days it's taken us to get to this spot, 3 days. From here on in, we're allowed to hunt. Everything that comes to this end from China, when it hits this dead end at this end of the lake, has to be unloaded off the vehicles and onto these boats, carried to the far end of the lake where the landslide was, and unloaded again and onto trucks, and then down to Gilgit and onto Islamabad. It's an amazing amount of logistics to make this all happen, and to actually be able to hunt in a place like this. It's wild. The truck that got trapped on this side of the highway, on the China side, when the landslide came, couldn't get back down. At that point, this truck's been here ever since. That's what I'd call a pimped out truck. Getting some ideas for my mighty Dodge when I get back home. This is a hunt. Everything's out of control. The Himalayas stand around us like jagged sentinels. That's where the Ibex live. On this side of the landslide have changed dramatically. Rough, rugged, lighter colored, and now we're starting to see glaciers. We're up high to about 9,000 feet now and climbing rugged country. We've arrived.
Hello.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm excellent.
Welcome.
Excellent.
Mir Babu to nahi de gaya? They'll give you a presentation. The community elders.
Respected guests, these are the members of the Hunjara Villagers Organization. We had started conservation to provide space for the wildlife of the area. From the trophy, 20% government gets and 80% the community gets.
Okay, so 20 to the government, 80%
goes to the
village.
And 80% goes to the community.
Okay.
That income we are spending specially on education. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm rocking my new hat. That's an honor. That's really an honor. Well, thank you very much. And I just want to say it's an honor to be here, all the way from Canada, halfway around the world. And it's also a great pleasure to come to a far away place that we don't hear too much about in North America, and to see welcoming people that are also fellow hunters and that are working so diligently to conserve the wildlife. This is the Pakistan that I wish everybody in North America knew about, and it's a great honor. And thank you very much for letting us come into your hunt here. That's really appreciate that. We're in the village of Soest, which is on the Karakoram Highway. It's trapped between China and the huge landslide that blocked off, literally submerged the Karakoram Highway. People are friendly here. They're hunters. They're really happy that we came in. They're getting very few tourist dollars coming in anymore, and the government has kind of forgotten about them, because once that landslide came in, this is an isolated part of Pakistan. This river, we have to cross it apparently back and forth as we're hunting, checking all up the drainages. Elevation's about 10,000 feet. So it's not too bad. You can breathe pretty good. But these guys are like mountain goats. It's going to be a wet, cold day. My hands are already cold, but this stuff is the stuff we need. It's going to be cold right there. Oh, they got some good sticks. We're going to get wet on this one. You went barefooted? I need a stick. You got a stick? Yes. Okay. This looks cold. We're checking the drainages all along this river. It's the rut, so the big ones should be coming out of the backcountry here in the Himalayas. And there is a lot of backcountry. We're up to about 10,000 feet. So it's a little harder on oxygen too, but we're doing good. Rugged mountains. Horribly steep. And rotten rock, too. Hey. Ibex spotted across the river. There's a whole pile of them. We're gonna get close. Bring a jacket. Bring a jacket. First evening of the hunt. These guys feel that's an old Ibex. Okay.
You see the one in the bush by the river?
Yeah,
in the bush.
He's looking
towards his right.
No, I can't shoot. He's in the branches. No, I'll wait. We've got a big Ibex spotted, but the other ones are open to me, but the big one is in behind the branches at the top of that tree. He's moving, coming downhill. He's wide open, but I can't shoot. He might come right down low. He's gonna be right down low. Still. He's down on that willowy crop. Okay, he's gonna come in the open there. Okay, you see him?
Yeah.
I got a horn tip in the way I can't shoot. Okay, you on him?
Yeah.
He's going to be right down low. Move this rock, please. He's still. Okay, he's going to come in the open there. Okay, you see him?
Yeah.
I got a horn tip in the way I can't shoot.
Good shot. Be on him, stay on him.
We got him. right? Thank you. Thank you. We got him. Himalayan ibex in the Himalayan mountains, probably 50 miles from the Chinese border. First day, and he's a beautiful, beautiful billy. Himalayan ibex. He's ancient, huge. Whoa, what a beast. Holy smokes. Oh. Look at him. Himalayan ibex. In the Himalayas in Pakistan, 60 miles from the Chinese border. We've taken 3 days just to get here inside of Pakistan. He's magnificent, ancient, old, curled, and heavy. He's a massive, stocky body. It's the rut. So this ancient old warrior came from somewhere way back in the Himalayas to be with the females. Any other time of year, there's no way we would have got him. He would have lived the entire summer in some dark recess in the back hanging valley somewhere in this formidable, impossible to climb rock of the Himalayas. Look how thick the hair is. It's ready for the Himalayan winter. Look at this, like 3 inches thick. Beautiful. Look at this. This is our last day in Pakistan. That's a perfect ending to an amazing journey of discovery for me personally. I mean, at the start, I was obviously fairly taken aback by the fact that we were in Pakistan. I mean, every single person warned us not to come here. It's too dangerous. And, I mean, some of the comments were actually pretty horrible. Now, when you're with these people, when you're with other hunters here in Pakistan, it's been fantastic. Everybody's been really nice to us, taking good care of us. There's not been any threats, nothing. Not a single time when I felt in danger, other than on the Karakoram Highway, which I think you're in danger the entire way just by being on the highway. Pakistan is not an evil place. The people aren't evil people. There's bad people everywhere in the world. There's good people everywhere in the world, and we have to remember that, regardless of what they look like, what color they are, how they dress, their customs, their religions. They can still be good people. We don't automatically have to generalize and say that everyone that dresses like these gentlemen right here is a terrorist, is bad. It's just not true. The day we stop believing in the goodness of humanity is the day that we stop being humans, and we can't let that happen. And hunting is a way that we can communicate with these people, get outside of the politics, get outside of the governments, and just be hunters, just be human. Next week, brought to you by Primos. These Arctic hunts are some of the last great adventures left on this planet. We got a bit of an issue. One machine has got a problem.
All you can really do out here is exist.